Let me tell you something real quick. When you see me looking around in game, that's not a trick, that's beam eye tracking doing the work. Its newest version is now in beta and completely removes the need for OpenTrack, giving you seamless integration between the software and the game. It's easy to set up, runs clean, and you can use it with a webcam, iPhone, or Android device. And it's only $30. One program, less overhead, smoother tracking. Grab beam eye tracking through the link below to support the developer directly and stop running multiple apps when you want to feel more immersed in what you're doing. Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the Robert Space Industries Scorpius. Let's go ahead and take a look. Welcome back to another review. Today, the Robert Space Industries Scorpius, the first review of 4.5 with engineering here. It definitely changes the landscape of how ships are shot at and how much they shoot back, right? So with that, this ship is $240 on the Pledge Store. If you're to buy it in game at the city of Lorville, it's 5,443,200 aUEC. It does have a claim time of 7 minutes and 35 seconds with an expedited claim time of 2 minutes and 31 seconds, which is definitely not bad at all. You can go and get yourself a double dog and get back out there in space as quick as you can. Now, the pilot does have 2,183 burst damage per second due to the 4 size 3 CF-337 Panthers and 16 size 2 Tempest 2 missiles. It also has a remote turret with 2,183 burst damage per second due to the 4 size 3 CF-337 Panthers that comes stock on the top of the Scorpius as well. Now, as the pilot and owner, you can swap that top turret out for a missile turret, allowing you a lot more missile coverage if you decide you want to fly this thing solo most of the time. That's probably the route to go. You have a total of 9,240 bubble shield, which is okay. It's an all right amount of shield if someone with laser weapons is attacking you, because right now ballistics have turned into the king of weapons in 4.5 with engineering, because it's all about the penetration value, allowing you to hit the components on a ship. Now, this ship does have 3,900 ship armor HP with a minus 15% physical damage attribute and a plus 30% energy damage attribute. What that means is if someone's shooting at you with ballistics, they're going to do 15% less damage towards your armor, and if someone's shooting you with lasers, they're going to do 30% more damage towards your armor. Now, 3,900 armor HP, it's not as complicated as it will be one day, but as of right now, it's basically just 3,900 additional HP on top of your ship's HP at this current time. You do have 43,660 ship HP, with 6,500 of it on the nose and 37,000 of it everywhere else, spread throughout the wings, the tail. It all groups up into a critical part of the tail of the body, and that is an okay amount. You'll lose that nose HP pretty rapidly, and then you might have a little bit of an issue from there, so you just have to be very careful. We're going to take a look at all the stock components here in just a second and where they're located. We do have a top SCM speed of 230 with a 590 forward boost, a 235 backwards boost, and a 1,385 nav speed. This ship is considerably really fast compared to other heavy fighters out there, and that is something it really excels in, other than just the forward-facing firepower when you have 2 people on board. But your maneuverability kind of lacks due to it. You have a 42, 34, 145 pitch yaw roll with a 50, 41, 174 boosted pitch yaw roll, which it isn't terrible per se, but this ship is better at shooting and then running, which we ran into multiple times over the last few days. Once you start taking a lot of damage, the people that usually fly these tend to get out of there as soon as possible. Now you also have 48 flares and 5 decoys, and a total of 13.5 SCU hydrogen fuel and 1.8 SCU of quantum fuel. Now currently in the game with 4.5 engineering, there are a couple new stats added to these ships, which pretty much across the board, it's all the same. I'm going to be looking through it though to make sure if any of them are different. But with this one, the penetration physical damage reduction is 25%, penetration energy damage reduction is 40%, penetration component damage reduction is 50%. So what that means is the penetration from physical damage, like a ballistic weapon of some sort, is probably going to do a bit more damage than the penetration from an energy damage weapon, because you don't have as much of a negative attribute there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the component location on this ship. It does have its gold standard pass, as well as what stock components come on board, and then we'll take a look at a quick PvP fight that we got involved into in the persistent universe yesterday. It was quite entertaining, and I'll give you my score. Now, as you can see, this is how it's mapped out on the Scorpius. This is on the bottom of the craft, thankfully not on top of the ship, unlike the Ares, Ion, or Inferno, and many other ships out there, but they are pretty spread apart, even though a ship like this is not that big, so how spread apart can it get, really? Now, I'm going to show you the top 3 components in this ship that come stock, and by top 3, I just mean we're not going to be showing the quantum drive, jump drive, but we'll be showing you the power plants, coolers, and the shield generator. Starting off with the power plants, you have the size 1 military grade C Regulus power plant. You get 2 of them with, as you can see, it comes with 16 power generation per plant, and you have a couple more stats here for any sort of EM signature if you're trying to be stealthy or not, distortion, shutdown damage, your self-repair max count. This right here is new currently with 4.5, so it has a self-repair ability of 1 time through your MFD with a self-repair health of 20%. So if you get shut down in a fight, you use your MFD, you just do a quick repair, you'll get back to 20% health. It takes 41 seconds for this to happen, and then you'll be back out there and you can run and limp back to a station for a full repair. The Regulus only has 270 HP on the component itself. Now moving on, you do have the full stop size 2 military grade C shield generator, like I said, outputting 9,240 bubble shield. It does have a max regen of 727 HP a second with a damage regen delay of 6.33, a downed regen delay of 12.7 seconds. Its self-repair count also 1, 20% on the health, and 70 seconds to repair it from 0 back to that 20% with an HP of 580. Moving on, you have the coolers, which you have 2 of them, and they're the polar size 1 military grade B coolers, giving you a total generation of 34 per cooler and power consumption of 3 per cooler. So they take a little bit to run. You got to be careful which coolers you choose, because power consumption can really screw you over if you have laser weapons. And of course, the self-repair max count of 1, 20% health, and repair time of 24.7 seconds with a max component health on this one of 210 HP. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that firefight really quick that we had yesterday, and I'll give you my score.
Shields damaged. ustalić. Musimy ustalić.
As you can see, this ship, it took care of itself in a 1v2 out there in the verse where these two light fighters were trying to kill us, and we did pretty well. I'd say we eliminated one of them and the other one rabbited it out of there because they knew they couldn't win the fight. If you outfit this thing with ballistics, you're going to be an unstoppable monster with 8 size 3 ballistic weapons, and that is fantastic. I also suggest swapping out your stock components for something like what you see on screen now. But I will say this ship is still pretty good. The components are spread out on the bottom of the ship as I showed you. It's not all in one little area to hit, so that's kind of nice, but she is lacking a lot of armor HP compared to every other heavy fighter out there, and with that, my review score is an 81 out of 100. Let me know what you think of the Scorpius down below in the comments now with 4.5 in engineering. And yes, I am excited for engineering. I think it is a step in the right direction. Do I think it's complete yet? No. Obviously, there's a lot of work to do, including the inclusion of Maelstrom, which will definitely change the field once again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I really hope you enjoyed, and of course, I'll see you all in the next one. I just have to tell you something really awesome. Star Citizen ships have insane detail, and now you can finally bring that detail into the real world with the physical Scorpius model. It's made by PigeonSpacePort, the same officially licensed team that built the Retribution and Port Olisar installations for CitizenCon and Beacon. This isn't a cheap display piece. The Scorpius uses ABS as its primary material and is injection molded using custom tooling, giving it high fidelity panel lines, crisp geometry, and functional wing articulation. It comes in 3 colorways, Avalanche, Stinger, and Standard, and includes full metal display base and collector's grade wooden packaging. Pre-orders also receive an exclusive numbered wooden stand. The final production model is on the way, and I'll have a full hands-on here soon. Pre-order now for free shipping, tax-free delivery, and use creator code Evenlease for an extra discount.